Good evening. Good evening. Welcome to Wednesday night. Uh, I'm Patrick. Have Cheetah Will View 8 questions with, and welcome to the middle show of the week. So our show today, our guest today is going to be actress and model Alexis Baca, and she will be here shortly. Um, uh, yeah, looking forward to talking to her. She has a really fun body of work, and we're going to be talking to her about it, including the Bermuda Triangle Project. In the '70s, they used to have a ton of the Bermuda Triangle. It was huge in the '70s. Hey, Anthony, how are you? That's right. You're almost up to 700, buddy. You're so close. Yeah, during the '70s, they used to have a lot of TV specials and, excuse me, documentaries about the Bermuda Triangle. Um, it's where various planes and ships disappeared into a section of the ocean and just vanished, never to be seen again. Probably the most infamous was a flight of TBF Avengers. I think there were 6 or 7 planes that were in formation, and they just flew and disappeared. Of course, people think, people we know now that they ran out of gas, but still, with 7 planes, you think after a search they would find some sort of debris or something, and they never found not a single thing of it. No one really knows what happened to them. And there's other ships and planes have disappeared as well. So anytime I see a movie with a Bermuda Triangle on it, I'm a little bit intrigued by that. Hello, Echo Zero in the house. Watching him do his video haul today. Great video for that. Um, so that was a lot of fun watching. You got a lot of loot. That's all I gotta say. So there was a lot of loot to be had in that video. Fun. Um, oh, it's so fun. It's so cool to see people when they find good deals like that. Um, I myself put up my library haul from yesterday. I had a pretty good one. I got 25 movies for $1, so I can't go wrong with that. Um, I know it's awesome. I'm starting to look for people now. I think the new wave is going to be coming for Dollar Tree. I think the new wave is coming. I'm just keeping a track of seeing people start posting on it. They'll start posting their hauls from Dollar Tree, especially a couple on Instagram they always post early. They hit all the stores up, and they always know. They always seem to get the early bird, which is fine. I'm glad because this lets the rest of us know that it's coming. Um, I don't know. Tell you the truth, when I was doing those red bins on the Midnight Society, when I was looking at inside of them, because I haven't watched any of them, and some of them have been there for so long, it's almost like getting new movies. I swear. Like I'm like I had no idea I had that. It's one of those things. It's like, oh, I had that. Okay, that's a good thing to know. Um, so so Alexis has been working for a little bit. She's got some interesting films that we're going to be talking about, and she's also a model. So we'll talk to her about that as well. Um, for those who missed yesterday's show, it was a lot of fun. Kevin Caliber came on. We got a cameo by his partner, Ashley Undercuffler was there with him at the end. We're gonna try to see if we can get a date with her, because she's also a very hardworking actor, and I'd like to get her story out there as well. Um, yeah, isn't that nice? Yeah, that Korea. It's funny because was funny because he got signed with the. I mean, like my buddy and I, he's a Mets fan, and him and I were talking, and I'm like, man, I'm so glad the Yankees had nothing to do with that. I mean, no way. He got too much money for not enough production. Stupid, I mean, the guy was hitting Aaron Judge numbers, maybe, but the guy's a punch and Judy hitter. He's got a little bit of pop, but he's not driving in a lot of runs. He didn't hit for a high average. He didn't hit for 300. Um, it was just it was a Giants. It was sort of like a desperation move, like we got to do something to show that we're still we're still competing with the Padres and the Dodgers. And then all of a sudden, my buddy who's a Mets fan, he thought the Giants backed out of the deal. He thought the Giants were they got cold feet, and they were using the medical excuse. Uh, wow. Okay, that's really weird. Um, wow. Hold on one second. Why is not my oh, there I am. I don't, my screen didn't convert. Um, yeah, they thought that they were waffling. They thought they were trying to, because there was a lot of money, and they thought they had second thoughts. Well, then he went over and signed up for the Mets right away, and then he was super happy. And I'm going I wouldn't be happy about that. I think it's a terrible deal. And and lo and behold, right after that, the Mets are going maybe we're not going to be tossing that kind of money at him either. Not with that, you know. And the thing is that he's never gone out of any games due to that injury, due to that leg injury. But as you get older, it's going to come and affect you more. And I think that's really what it is. Younger, he can get away with it, but it's like the older he gets, yeah, it's a high risk and to spend that kind of money. So the Mets said, nah, we're going to pass on that. So I guess he signed with the Twins. Yeah. Well, you know what? They didn't take anything away from the Mets. The Mets were smart for a change. Um, they were smart. They said, no, we're not going to waste our money on this. And, so I think they did the right thing in passing on Korea. There's a reason why, yeah, he went back to the Twins. The Twins, and he'll be fine there. He'll be fine there. Hello, Andre. How are you? How are you? Um, I think no. Korea started out with the Astros. He was a big part of the Astros, and then he went to Minnesota. He played there. He opted out of his deal. He had like a 3-year deal with the option out, and he took the option. And he wanted to test the free agency, and that's when nobody was taking him at all. I mean, he was like that. It did come across as the Giants they overpaid. They overpaid. The Mets overpaid. Uh, I don't care if the guy's leg was 100%. They would have overpaid for him. Way overpaid for the production. Please, um, yeah, it's ridiculous. Um, so I think that the Twins paid him a lot less. A lot less that but it's not like he was in the driver's seat anymore. No team was interested in him. They weren't going to touch him. I mean, the Giants and then the Mets, both of them are saying no. Yeah, that old saying, where there's smoke, there's fire. All right. So I do got a couple of bookings I want to tell you guys about. We're going to have some fun in February. Fun February is happening here on 8 Questions With. We are going to see the return, one of our very favorite guests. We're going to see the return of Crystal Lowell. Will be back with us in February. We're also going to have a visit by former Danzig bass player Jerry Montana will be here with us next month. We'll talk a little Danzig. We'll talk a little movies. We're gonna have a lot of fun with that. And then we are going to be joined by Crystal Martin. She is going to come out and hang out with us for a special afternoon show. Crystal Martin, as you may know, she plays Cindy Lou in The Mean One. And The Mean One, the recent Christmas smash that did really, really well. Her and David Howard Thornton got a lot of praise for that. Uh, Art the Clown playing the Grinch. So I'm looking forward to talking to Crystal. Um, I interviewed her for my blog several years back, uh, 2 3 years ago, and just been keeping track of her career ever since. And I can't tell you how happy I am to see her finally landing a project that where she has this could be her breakout role. We're really hoping that is the case. That would be a lot of fun. Um, she's beautiful and she's smart and she's more than physically capable of handling a lot of roles. So we'll be talking to Crystal Martin on the 7th of February. And that will be an early show. Um, Megan, I think Megan is a cool idea. I just remember seeing it on the Outer Limits. I mean, it's not. It's. I see people react to it like it's like, oh my god, it's so new, and it's like not so much. It's a fun concept, but it's not exactly totally new. Um, but I'm glad it's doing well. It's doing well. I do know that for the home release, we are going to get a home release out of this, so that's always good, right? I mean, that's really when I see a movie being released, the first thing I want to know is they're going to get a home release, and Megan will be released. And I do believe for the special features, they're going to have the theatrical version and then the director's cut. So you can have the PG-13 cut and then the R cut. So that'll be a fun movie to get. It's similar to Child's Play remake 2 in some ways. Yeah, it's well, she's an android. That's the thing. She's an android. She becomes self-aware. Whereas Child's Play, it was a man who put himself in a doll through magic. So, and a little similar, a little bit, but not too much. I wouldn't compare. I couldn't put Megan and Chucky in the same boat. Different story concepts, but the idea as an android, uh, becoming self-aware is always interesting. Um, that is interesting, and the Outer Limits had a couple of episodes like that. Um, they had Valerie 23, which is the one I was talking about, and then there's another one where every house had a like a butler in charge, a butler, and eventually, if the human family fell underneath the butler's standards, the butler would take over the family unit. That's a good one too. That was really good. Creepy as hell too. All right, tomorrow night, we got to talk about tomorrow night because that's going to be a lot of fun. Uh, we will be uh, we'll be having filmmaker Jake Jolly will be joining us. They have made a movie called Clay Zombies, and he'll be here tomorrow night to talk about his experience making that film and others. Uh, and I will be joined by Katie from Popping the Popcorn. All right, our guest is here, and you know how that goes. So put your hands together and please welcome the lovely Alexis Baca. Ta-da!
Hello.
Greetings, greetings.
Hi, how are you doing?
Good, good. How are you doing?
Good. Thanks for having me on.
Oh gosh, yes. Thank you for coming on and hanging out with us.
Absolutely.
Um, yeah, I was we were talking about the are you a big horror fan?
It's funny. I've acted in so many horror films. I love acting in them, but watching them, I still get scared.
That's awesome.
I'm a big scaredy cat.
That's awesome. I mean, it is.
Oh,
Because I like that idea. I'm not so jaded to where I can sit there and just like nothing phases me. I
yeah,
think I'm still, even though I'm way older than most people, I still can still be disturbed. I still can be
yeah,
like like holy crow,
yep,
I like that. I like any movie that can get me to do that is great for me. Um, I mean, I don't want to just sit there and like I'm unaffected. I mean, then
yeah,
what's the point? What's the point of watching a
exactly.
movie if you're not going to be, oh, this movie's boring or this has been doing. Well, why are you there?
Right. Exactly.
It's like, I like horror movies, okay, but if you lose the inability to be frightened by them or to be
Hmm.
disturbed by them or to like, oh hell no, have those hell no moments, then
Yeah,
why were you watching? Um,
exactly.
so how was your day today?
Oh, good. Yeah,
Now
just
you
worked and
now are you
so
based
what?
in California?
No, I live in Florida.
Oh, you're in Florida. Okay. Okay.
Hmm.
I wasn't
Yeah.
quite sure about that. I forgot to ask you that.
Oh,
And
yeah.
yeah, I know and I noticed that do you go by Lexi or Lexus?
Either one.
Okay.
Either one.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey Eden,
Lexi's a lot
Eden, what are
cuter.
you doing now? Yeah, I like Alexis. I think I don't know
Yeah,
why.
it's
I
more,
just think
yeah.
it's pretty. That's a really pretty name. I mean, Lexi's cool. But I think Alexis is a lot more exotic sounding.
Yes,
Um,
it is. Yeah.
so you're based in Florida. That's a good
Yeah.
place to be
I love
for
it. I love living like the beach ocean life. I'm living a vacation life.
and
It's
you're not
nice to
that far
live where
away,
people vacation.
and you're not that far away from Georgia, right?
No,
So
Georgia's about 8 hours, 8 to 9 hours
so
about.
now have you done a lot of filming in that area?
Um, no, I went up to Georgia because I was thinking of moving up there. So I went up there and I spent a good about 2 weeks up there to see if I would like it. But I don't know. I love Florida. I'm such a beach ocean girl, and I think I'd miss it too much if I moved
Um,
to Georgia.
yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the beaches are like in Georgia.
Yeah, they're okay. I saw Savannah and I did like Savannah. Savannah was really pretty. But I don't know. I love it here. So I
And
don't know if I'd be
eight
as
hours is
happy,
not
you
that
know?
it's not that
No.
far away for our
Yeah,
project.
exactly.
Now,
Drive or fly.
are you are you southern Florida,
I
or
am
are
in
you
Southern Florida.
okay? Okay,
Yeah.
so now I know Florida does a lot of conventions. Boy,
Yeah, and Florida
hear about
actually
that.
is more movies are being filmed here. More, definitely.
Okay, okay,
Yeah.
yeah, because
So
you're quite busy. I looked
I
at your
am.
body. Yeah, you're insanely busy.
Oh,
How do you keep your schedule intact?
right? I feel like I just work all the time. I'm
That's a
always
good place
on the
to be.
go. I'm always traveling, I'm always driving. Yeah, I'm always on the go. But I like it. I love doing what I do, so I don't mind driving.
No, no, not for something like you said, not for something you love to do and you're very good at it.
Exactly.
Um, so have you always been a Florida girl?
No, so I was born in California and then
Um,
I was raised in Colorado.
oh,
So I'm
okay.
from Colorado. Yeah, I was raised in Denver, the Aurora area, and yeah, I've lived out here in Florida now for about 5 years, five to
So you
six
went from
years.
the snow of Colorado to the sunny beaches of Florida.
and I don't miss it at all.
Yeah, you know what? But people,
I don't miss
isn't that
it.
something? How old were you when
Yeah.
you moved from California to Colorado?
I was 10.
Okay, so yeah, so you probably remember going to Disneyland or
I
Magic
spent
Mountain.
Yep, yep, I do, in California, yep.
Yeah, I no no interest in going back to Cal Hollywood for your career, is there?
Oh, I don't know, I was thinking because I still have a lot of family, in California, and I was thinking, I was like, "No, maybe," but I don't know, I think I'm such a Florida girl now, you
Yeah,
know?
I can
I
see.
would Yeah, I would definitely go out for projects and film, definitely. I know they film Star Wars there, and I'm the biggest Star Wars fan. So one day I'm hoping that's my dream is to be able to be on one of the series. Um, so I mean, I would love to go out, for things like that, but I don't know to live.
We
I
we've had
definitely love it here.
Yeah, we've actually had a couple of folks on that have made it onto those sets onto
Really?
yes
Star Wars? Oh, that's like
yes
my
yeah
dream.
we had
That's like
Galen Howard was here last week and he did the Book of Boba Fett. And
what? No
yeah
way.
yeah
Oh, I'm so jealous.
You know what's funny too, Alexis, is like I'm sitting there going like,
Oh,
wow, like to get on those projects. I mean, you probably, go through your paces, right?
oh,
And
just
even for Galen, he's got a pretty good pretty good body of work too. And I'm thinking,
yeah,
how many times did you have to audition? Like
right.
was it 5 or 6 times? And he goes,
Yeah.
well, I once. I was like,
Oh, good for it. There
yeah,
you go.
I'm like, how the hell did you do that? I mean, that's just amazing because that's such an in demand work right now. I mean, everybody wants to be a part of either Star Wars or the MCU. Those are the two biggest franchises going right now. Everybody wants to be a part of it, and so you think that it would be really hard to get it through the door, but you know what? Opportunity knocks.
That's what I'm hoping. I mean, oh, that would be a dream. It's just even just be on a set, just to be in like that world. I would love it.
Um,
Yeah.
Now, if you did, what role would you want to play? Would you want to be a
I
Jedi?
anything, anything.
Anything?
I will be an extra and sit in the background. Just to like be on a Star Wars set, just to like put yourself in that world. Like, oh, yeah, anything.
That would be fun.
Mhm.
I think it is true that some actors because you get on a project like that, and it's like you could be a veteran, actor,
Yep.
but I think once you set on a big set like that, I think everybody has that inner kid in them, the inner fanboy
Right?
or
And just
fangirl.
like, oh, yes.
Yeah. Here, hey, I want to jump on the X-wing. Take a picture of me. Take a picture.
Right? I know.
Hurry
Oh,
up,
that would be a
hurry up before they
dream.
see me. But you got some fun movies though yourself. I was talking about I have it listed here for the Bermuda Triangle Project, and I was saying how
Oh, that's fun.
I'm a child of the '70s. So
Oh,
um,
nice.
during the '70s, the Bermuda Triangle was hold on, I gotta make sure this is somebody came in the chat to make sure it's the right guy because sometimes we get these imposters coming in
Oh,
to our chat. So we always have to make sure it's the right guy. I'll see this in a minute. Okay. We throw out a password. We have to throw out a password. Or can you see the chat okay?
yeah. Oh, the chat in here?
Yeah, our chat.
No, I don't see a chat. Let me
Okay, it's
see.
the right guy. Always makes me nervous. Hey Rick, how are you? You should be able to. Are you on your phone or are you on? Do you have your laptop?
Me?
Yes.
Or I'm on my phone.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
There's a chat. There's a chat there. So what I'll do is I'll stop every once in a while to catch up with the chat if it's
Oh yeah, that's
if
fine.
people
Oh,
folks ask questions or
I
whatnot.
see the chat. Oh, I see a chat.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I pulled it up.
Uh, it's our good friend. Oh, and famous big tuber, Erie Fox in the house. What's going on, big tuber Erie? Welcome, Professor. Welcome, welcome. Um, okay, well, we will keep the ball rolling for you, Professor, as you are at work. Um, yeah, I was saying, during the 70s, the Bermuda Triangle was a very popular thing. I mean, it was documentaries were happening, books were
Yep.
happening, TV shows were happening. They did a show called Fantastic Journey with Roddy McDowell. It didn't last very
Yeah.
long, but if they did it. They did it anyway. It's a popular thing. So
Yeah.
let's make a show about the Bermuda Triangle and the bad guy in in that series. None other than Jonathan Banks from Breaking Bad.
Wow.
Yeah,
I love that show.
Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul. Um,
I
yes, he
love
was.
that's such a good show.
Yeah,
Breaking
he
Bad.
was the main bad guy in that. Um,
Wow.
yeah, I'm aging
No,
myself.
but yeah, no, the Bermuda, it's gonna be a horror film. And we filmed some of it. We're not done with it yet. So we're filming in the next couple months here. So I'm
Now,
excited.
how did you? Now, did you know anything about the Bermuda Triangle before you got the job? Did
I
you do any
did.
research
Yeah.
about it?
Yeah, I did. Yeah. I
Uh,
did. So it was
so-
kind of exciting. My friend actually got into this project and she is the one that got me into it. So
okay.
yeah.
Now, the
It's
one
great
movie
when you can yeah.
I was going to say the one movie I want to talk to you about in a few minutes here is a very interesting movie, and I definitely want to hear how you got that. Um, the one that caught me was the Uncivil War.
Oh, that's a good one too. Yeah. So that one, my friend actually directed that one and wrote it, and I had several other friends in it. So that one was a fun one to be a product of, like a part of too. Yeah,
That's
that was a yeah.
that's a
That one filmed up in St. Pete, the Tampa area.
okay. Yeah,
Hmm.
it's so I've seen a few movies in that genre.
Yeah,
And it's different, isn't it?
yeah. Yeah,
Now
that's a good.
it's basically a political movie, and
Hmm.
how do you how do you keep yourself separated from as an actor? How do you separate yourself
Right.
in a role like because that's a pretty unusual movie because it's
Yeah, no,
being
I think you just, for me, you just have to know you're acting. You're acting. Sometimes it's hard to, separate, and I mean, a lot of actors too, it's hard for them, to separate, what you believe is true, or your core values, and some people don't go against them,
now
so
let me ask you a question about that because because
yeah.
you're the first person I've talked to that's done a movie like that. Um, Now, when you got the job because of a friend said, "Hey, there's an opening. I can help you. I know the casting director. I told her how awesome you are, and you're local and everything else." When you come onto when you come onto to a set like that, do you hear that? Do you hear political rhetoric, or is it just
Not
business as
usually. No, it
usual?
was very professional. Yeah,
Okay.
very professional. Yeah.
Even though the subject matter is really different, though, right? I mean, it's
Yeah, not when I was on set. I was only on it one day, so it was very professional. Yeah.
Uh, yeah, because I was just like, wow, that would be interesting to. I wonder how that worked. I wonder how that works. Have you been on it? Have you ever been on on a movie set yet that has had that happen? Like a hot topic has come over and dominated the set on any level.
No, not really, no. Every set that I've been on has been really professional, and that's what I like, the people that I work with have been very just, you go, you have a job, you go and you act and you get the job done. I like working, very professional, you know, um, crew members and cast, and yeah.
Uh, oh, oh, yeah,
Are you reading the
yeah,
chat?
yeah. I'm looking at the chat and see if
I
there's
see.
anybody there. I'm looking at it says I did not hit her. I did not. Oh, hi, Mark.
Everyone's saying hi. Oh, that's so, I like that. I like this chat. That's very cool.
Yeah,
Good
it's a
to
lot
know
of
that.
fun. Sometimes when they get
That is
rolling,
fun.
this could be it could be a lot of fun. I'm sure
Yeah.
we'll be getting questions here pretty soon. So
Very cool. I like that.
let's go back to California because I dare say was that where you got your start as far as acting goes, or did you get your start in Colorado or
Yeah.
Florida?
No, in California, when I was a little girl, my parents and my aunts, they put me into films. So when I was about 5, 6, I was in movies. Do you remember Jingle All the Way, the
Yeah,
Christmas movie? I was
yeah.
in that.
Oh
Yeah, when
wow,
I was 5. I still have my Turbo Man doll.
wow. That's
My
worth
Turbo
a
Man
pretty
doll. Yeah,
penny.
Jingle All the Way. I was in Santa with Muscles. I was in Switchback. I was on ER when I was, 5, 6. What else? I did some McDonald's commercials. Yeah, so I started out there.
And then, did you carry it through to Colorado? I mean, what caused you
No,
guys to move
color.
from? What caused you
Uh,
to go from California to Colorado?
I think my parents just didn't want to live in California anymore.
Oh,
They wanted to leave, so yeah. So
I
they
can.
had friends in Colorado. So, and Colorado is a beautiful place to grow up. It was really pretty there. But no, there's not too much in Colorado. But I mean, I did the drama theater, in high school, and um,
Right.
yeah, and I modeled out there. But when I moved here to Florida, I that's when I really got gun ho in it, and and saw like there's filming here. There's a lot of filming. It's up and coming. I mean, they film Lifetime movies here and Hallmark movies and all of that. So
And you
it's a
get your
great state to get a part of.
yes, yes. Especially if you get
Yeah,
onto if you can get onto either one of those Lifetime or Hallmark type movies. I mean, once you do a couple of them, they tend to call you back a lot.
the same. Yeah, yeah. Those are fun to do.
Now, have you done any Lifetime movies down there? Because I do
Yeah.
know that Florida. I
hmm
do know that they like shooting down in Florida.
Yeah.
What's
Yeah.
it like shooting a Lifetime movie?
That's fun. Because it's cool when you see. Because sometimes Lifetime and Hallmark they have the same actors, and it's cool to see them on set, and they're so nice, and it's a cool experience.
Now, have you played the
Yeah.
killer yet in one of those movies?
Have I played the what?
Have you played the killer yet? Have you played
No.
have you played the villainous
I
yet?
have. I have played a villain. I have, and that was very fun. 'Cause it was something different, something
Why
fun and different to do, so
why do I whenever I ask an actress about playing a villain more than
ugh,
a guy will sit there and say, yeah, villain's all right, but whenever I ask an actress, it's like, oh yeah, oh
yeah,
yeah.
it's fun.
There's some maniacal laughter behind that.
No, it
Oh
was cool to
yeah,
play that role, it was
yeah.
cool to be able to yeah, no, I played a role, Gloria was her name in a movie called Death Blow, and I was definitely the villain character in that, and, it was very cool. I don't know, it was yeah, it was a cool experience.
Now is that your preference? I mean, when you were doing your training, when you're doing drama in Colorado and whatnot, did you find yourself wanting to do more drama, or did you like yourself doing the romantic comedies? Where did
You
you
know,
where was your strength in your eyes? Where do you think your strength was?
it's so funny, I definitely think it's probably more drama, but it's funny because I
Oops,
oh, can you see me?
there we are.
Sorry,
Yeah.
okay. I always wanted to do, like the romantic kind of movies and all the romance, but I don't know when I'm doing, but it's funny because when I'm acting more in is horror, and I'm finding to really like that.
Oh, the
So I
horror
think,
movie?
yes, I think the more that I do and the more that I act in, I'm finding my niche. I'm finding what I really like and what I really enjoy. And
I
horror movies are definitely a lot of fun.
I think yeah, I think horror movies and like the Lifetime movies, the women in
Yeah,
Jeopardy movies. I
yeah,
think that I think there's a lot of them being made. I mean, horror's been on a huge up for like the last 2 3 years.
definitely.
Most of it's cycle. It'll go popular, then go down, and go up and down. Right now, it's been up.
Yep.
It's been up. In fact, like we don't get very many. Like we're not seeing very many big screen comedies being made, and
Right. It's true.
romantic romantic comedies are like, what's that? To people,
Yeah.
we hadn't had one on screen in such a long time. Um, I don't know. Is that? I mean, uh, yeah. I mean, horror movies, as far as a working actor goes, you love that idea because there's a lot of work, right?
Yep.
But
Definitely.
but as a movie watcher, someone who likes to to watch movies, does it concern you a little bit when you don't necessarily see like comedies being made or romantic comedies being
No,
made?
yeah, no, because I like comedies. I love being in comedies, and I think I don't know. I think people make movies that are more like on the up. And I don't know why. I feel like horror movies is the thing now. I
Yeah,
feel like I'm getting casted more, in horror.
that's a good thing though.
Yeah,
Now, have
definitely.
you? Now, I mean, have you ever died in a movie yet?
Yes, I have.
Oh, that's always a fun question to
I
ask.
have. Yeah,
So
I have.
walk us through the movie. What was the movie? What was your part, and how
That
did you?
was that was the villain one.
Oh no, they killed
So
you
I
off at the
had to
end.
die. Yeah, at the end.
Oh,
Yeah.
was that
It
for a
was
lifetime?
no. No,
Oh,
that
okay. I
was
was gonna think.
yeah.
I thought they
That
always. I always thought they arrested the people in Lifetime movies.
yeah. Yeah. It was cool to,
Uh
I got shot. So having to play that, how I got shot and then the blood that they put on. So it was cool.
huh. Yeah. Well, see, the next time you come back around, you have to play the good girl.
That's right.
Now, 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 is that the only time you've died on screen? Is in that role as the
Now I
villainess?
gotta think. I think
Because you gotta die.
so.
You gotta die in a horror movie. You gotta be like like the best friend of the final girl or something,
Right? That's right.
or better yet, be the final girl and
To
escape the
make
kill.
it.
Yeah.
That's right.
Uh, uh, that's fun. That's so much
Yeah,
fun.
it is fun. I
How
love
do you
it.
like? How do you like having all that goop on you? You're. I mean,
Right?
yeah. I mean, are you comfortable with the prosthetics and the
Yeah,
makeup? I mean,
yeah. I
see,
don't mind.
see.
At the end of the day, getting it off, that's the issue. Putting it on is fine. It's taking it off, you
Now,
know?
see, you just made a whole legion of fans right here, right now. I can tell you that right now. Everybody here in the chat will be dashing over to hitting you up on Instagram.
Oh,
Um, because seriously, because we really do appreciate and respect, um, especially when a really good-looking actress does this, right? Not a character actor, but someone who like leading lady type. When they go ahead and roll around in the dirt and they get all muddied up, fans love that. They absolutely, because it shows the dedication and it shows
that
how
they're
far
into.
they'll go. Because honestly, I mean, Alexis, I mean, I'm sure you've seen this, but I mean, have you ever worked with some actors that if you told them, okay, we want you to roll around in the mud pin, oh, in the mud over
Right.
here?
They're like, no. Right.
Yeah, yes, you've seen that before, right?
Yeah, I have. Hmm.
You gotta
Yeah.
sell out. You gotta sell out for the craft.
You
You
gotta,
gotta,
you do it because you love it.
right.
You do it because you love it.
So, what was your very first film project you did as an adult? I mean, you had a
As an
great kid.
adult.
You had a great. Man, I'm gonna have to start. I'm gonna have to go back to Jingle All the Way and see if we can spot you.
Jingle All the Way. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a fun one. I'm trying to think. As an adult, it was probably, I'm trying to think. Now I gotta think when I moved out here. I did a film, and it was a short film, but I got to be I was one of the bikini girls. So I did so I did that,
I,
that was fun. Um, but no, so I went on set, and I was like, you know what, I want to get, this is my passion. This is what I love. This is what I want to do. So after that, I just started applying to more, and once you just get going and applying, and eventually you get roles. You just got to really
right.
apply yourself.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like Florida is it's getting better, but you're on the
Yeah.
ground floor. But you're on the ground floor. I mean, you're being used more than anybody else right now because you've been hustling out there, you've been working out there, you got
Yeah.
connections. Casting
Yeah.
directors love you. They love your look, and everything else. So yes, you are going to get more roles, and thank God for that. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, she wants to play a villain again.
I did
Yeah,
another villain.
we get well, yeah, hell, we got to make sure. We got to make sure. Now, if you had a choice between playing the final girl and the killer, I mean, what do you
Oh,
prefer?
I don't know. I have all played the villain already, so it'd be cool to be like that final girl that like makes it out.
Yeah,
Like just runs and she survives.
yeah, that would, yeah, yes, yes. What horror film scare you? I mean,
Oh my
you said you were,
God. I know,
yeah,
I do. I'm such a scaredy cat. It's bad. I like just don't it's sad. I don't like just watching them. This scares me. But it's funny. So I got casted, and we filmed this it's a fan film. We did the Halloween fan film, and I played Michael Myers' mother.
okay.
And that was a lot of fun being able to do that. Because, I mean,
Halloween, Death Walks Among Us.
yes. I played Michael Myers' mother in that. Yeah. We started that movie, starts out when he's a little boy, and then how he
Okay.
grows, into Michael Myers. So that was a fun one. I think me acting in them more and getting more into it, I'll be able to start, watching, going into a movie theater, and, you know, not
Uh,
having to like close my eyes.
Now, were you a big Halloween fan going into that?
I do like Halloween. Yeah, that I can watch that movie and be okay and not
Yeah,
be too scared.
like Halloween
The
78.
original,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah, that one
yeah.
I can do.
That one's sort of sleepy.
Yeah, I can do that
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
Getting into like the new movies now, they're scary.
Oh,
It's scary.
I like the first one. I like the first one. I mean,
I like the first one too.
it did have some pretty suspenseful moments in it, and it did this. We actually had Sandy Johnson, who played Judith Myers, the sister, the Michael's first kill
Oh
on camera.
yeah.
We had her on the show, and we were talking to her
Oh,
about that. And we're going like, what is Michael Myers? Is he human or supernatural? And she goes, both. And I'm going like,
oh,
okay, yes. It changed the whole way you look at him.
yeah.
It's like, okay, um, yeah, I was like, wow, it's an eye opener. It's like because you just didn't really know.
Right.
Um, people want to know about your experience doing the Halloween movie. So
Oh,
how did that happen? How did you get the
that
role? And
so I saw it, and I auditioned for it, and I applied for the role. And I don't know, it was fun. I was only there for one day on the set because it's a more fan film, a shorter film, and actually it's on YouTube, so I should send the link so everyone should watch it. It's a great film. We won best horror from that film. So and the film festival that we submitted it. So uh, yeah, no, I went on set one day, and it was great. I don't want to like spoil it. I don't want to give anything away.
so
I
it's
want you
safe to
guys to
say,
watch it.
wait a minute, it's safe to say though, it's safe to say you're not the villainess in this movie though.
I'm not. No, I'm not the
Okay.
villain in this one. Yeah, no. Michael is. I'm his mother. I'm the one who raised him.
Well, wait a minute, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Now, if I remember right, his mom
Yeah.
survived. in the
Yeah.
original movie, the parents,
Well,
because
I
he went to
do.
institutionalized. Yes. So
Yeah,
there you
yeah,
go.
I
See,
do.
you have survived a
I
horror film.
right?
Yeah.
True,
Mark,
I
mark,
did.
mark that off. All right. See. Uh,
Yeah.
so did you were you? I mean, had you watched all the Halloween movies up to that point when you got the role? I mean, when you got the
Yeah,
role,
I've seen them.
you
Hmm.
wow. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
What movies has scared you the most?
What scary movies?
Yeah, what horror movie has scared you the most
Oh
that
my
you just
gosh.
like
I don't know.
hanging on to your seat with their life?
I don't even know what they're let me think. Well, I don't like the it's.
Oh, the clowns.
Yeah, yeah, I don't like
Do
that
clowns
one.
scare you?
No, I don't know. Maybe just in the aspect of that movie, I guess.
I'm
I
just
don't know.
thinking to
I heard the
myself.
new one was scary.
I'm actually right now. I'm superimposing on over behind you. I'm imagining Art the clown standing
Art
behind
the
you.
You know what? It's funny. I remember going to the movie theater in Colorado with my friends, and I don't remember what this movie was called for the life of me. But it was the one about a tooth fairy. Do you remember that scary movie about a tooth fairy?
Yes, Darkness
It was,
Falls.
is that it?
Yes,
I saw that in the movie, and that was the last scary movie I saw in a movie theater. Was
yeah,
that one?
Darkness Falls.
Because yeah, that scared the crap out of me. And I think when I was a teenager, when I saw it, oh my God, that scared me. But
That's so cool.
I saw, what is it? The Ring? I think that's,
Oh, The Ring. Yes, The Ring.
yeah,
Oh, okay, The
that's
Ring. The
scary
Ring.
too.
Yeah, it was. That
Hmm.
that movie. That movie that's one of the rare PG-13 movies
I
that
know, it
yeah
was
that had you sort
scary.
of like looking over your shoulder.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh,
that one scared me.
yeah.
Yeah, so,
Uh, so
hmm.
people are loving this here.
Oh,
Uh, can you talk about center fields?
I'm
And Mr.
sorry.
Bone says that Mr. Bone says he loves Darkness Falls, and Hobbs wants to know about center fields.
Center Fields?
Yeah, I think is that one of the films on your
Oh,
list here?
Sinner.
Yeah, center film.
Centerfield. Yeah, sorry, I thought you said center. Centerfield. You know what's funny? I'm actually filming that movie on Saturday.
Yes.
I'm actually filming it this Saturday.
So tell us
Yes.
about your role on this.
That's so my role in that I am Christine, and I don't want to give it away, but I'm going to a therapy session during for
Nah.
this one. It's a yeah, that one's a series. So yes, I filmed that one on Saturday. So that should be
Okay.
fun. 7
Okay.
a.m. call time. So
Wow.
mhm.
Now, is that local? Is the filming local, or are you gonna have to travel
No, that
somewhere?
one I have to drive. Yeah, that's about a 3 hour drive away for
Wow.
me.
Wow.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
now do you work a 9 to 5 job, or is
I do
acting?
not. I work remote on my laptop. I have a medical job. So I
Okay.
love it. Just work remote on my laptop.
Mm,
Yeah, and I work during the week, 6 to 2. So
that's amazing.
I love
That's
it.
cool.
Yeah,
Yes.
I do. I love it.
Yeah, because we're still, as much people hate to hear it, but we're still going through the pandemic. I mean,
We
I know
are.
they say it's over, but it's really
It's not
not.
over.
It's just shifting. It's just shifting. The disease is just shifting forms, and people are still getting sick and stuff like that. So,
Yeah,
um, now
yeah.
are your sets? Are your all sets taken care of? I mean, do they have do you have compliance officers or compliance nurses there to help you guys?
Um, they some sets do. It depends. I've been on sets where yes, you all were COVID, and this was happening. It was much more, right after COVID. But when we got to set, you have to do the swab and or the night before, take the test, show up with a negative COVID test. We have COVID compliance. Not so much now. Certain films do though. Certain films
Right.
do. Hmm.
See, rest in peace, Jeff Beck. Okay, I must be oh, the guitar player. Oh wow. Okay.
Oh no.
Yeah, he's played with Rod Stewart.
Yeah. That's a
Uh, let's see. Hobbs says The Ring is one of those horrors
really
that to him. Yes.
that gets you.
Uh,
Yeah, I agree. That's scary. Ooh,
yeah, it is.
it's that one's a
Our
scary
friend
one.
USUXSX, that's our friend Rick. He has a company called Underground Sobrosa, and he does extreme horror. He works in
Oh,
so you know yeah.
I gotta do more horror. I think it'll get me out of my. They're definitely fun. I love acting in them for sure.
Oh, I agree. I agree. I mean, it's but roles like that though, where you're playing a patient and you're in therapy. I think that really puts a lot of actors through their paces, though, right? Because I mean, it's not an exciting role. It's not an action role. It's just you really have to concentrate on projecting yourself out, and
Hmm.
that takes a lot, doesn't it? Because it's not
Yeah,
just a simple. It's not a simple one take. Um,
right.
because you got coverage and everything else to do, right? I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. How do
And
you sit there?
usually films are several takes. You'll get one take from this angle, then you got to get from this, so you're usually saying the same lines, multiple times.
How do you keep your
Mhm.
energy up in a setting like that versus one
You
where
just,
you're doing stunts or you're running around, being chased by a crazy killer or
right.
whatnot, or you're chasing somebody else around because you're
Are you
crazy?
chasing right? I think you just gotta keep your energy, and when sets are usually, positive. Everyone's happy and wants to be there. So as long as you just keep, your momentum going, and sometimes scenes are very tough to get through, and it is emotionally, you know, um, challenging. But as long as you just keep a positive mind, and keep
How
it.
do you prepare yourself for the emotional scenes? Are you able to? I know there's two ways of thinking about this. There's one where you think about something as sad as
Really
happening,
sad.
right? And then
Yeah.
there's which from most actors have said it's not necessarily a good thing to do because you don't want to empty that reservoir. And then there's some who can just
Yeah.
cry on demand. They can get there like instantly. Are you one that has to go to the well, or can you
I
just
have
cry
to.
on demand?
No, I have to. Usually, I think about something, really sad, or you got to put yourself in that mindset. I think certain roles, when you're playing that role and you get into that mindset, and it just something triggers, it just pulls it out of you.
Have you ever been overwhelmed by a part, Alexis?
No, you mean like a certain role that
Yeah,
is too much?
yeah.
No, I think no, I mean some roles are harder to play than others. Some roles are definitely harder to overcome than others, but I think, as long as you just sit, you're acting, and you just really you put your mindset into, the role that you're playing, um, and just when you're on set, just keep it going. But I
Is it
haven't really.
is it harder to play romantic roles versus the action roles? I mean, you're sitting up there and you're gonna kiss a stranger, and it's
It's
like,
a stranger.
uh, you know, and you just never had.
Yeah.
How do you prepare for that kind of role? I mean, that's a little bit hard, isn't it?
Harder, yeah, having like a romantic,
Yeah.
yeah,
You
yeah.
always want
I
to sit
think
there and say, is it one of those times where you're gonna go into clinch, and then you look at the director and say, okay, where's the blood at?
right, is this one where you get into a fight, or right?
Yeah, where's my knife at? Am
Yeah,
I
where's
killing
the
this guy? Am I killing this guy? What's my motivation here?
I need the
Uh, let's see. I've got a question for
yeah.
you.
Okay.
Um, do you enjoy 80s films or 80 comedies like Girls Just to Have Fun, or 90 films like Hocus?
Yes, yes.
And
So I do love Hocus.
basically what he's asking is, it like, are you a Sarah Jessica Parker fan?
Yeah, yes, I do love Hocus Pocus. That's a great film. Hocus Pocus is a
Are
great
you
film.
do you like are you a Sarah Jessica Parker fan?
I do like her. Yes, she's a great actress.
That's what
I
Hobbs was
do.
playing.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Hobbs,
do. She's a,
I see what you're doing, Hobbs. Oh, he's
no,
asking
but
if you,
I.
now he's asking
What do you
if you like
say?
Hereditary.
Do you like her? I see. No, but I do love 80s. Like, I love
Um,
everything about the 80s. I'm a huge 80s music fan. So I love 80s, like, heavy, like, hair, like the hair bands. Like, oh my God, I'm a big 80s girl. So I love all of that.
okay.
All of
Yeah,
that.
80 and what kind of music do you listen to? Well, yeah, what kind of do they play music on sets or was that more was that more modeling?
No, because, they always yell quiet on set. When you're filming, there has to be pure silence,
I'm talking about
like,
why they're setting up a shot. Does
yeah.
somebody have a radio playing in the background? While you guys are
Um, Usually on break, sometimes they'll have music on, but usually no. It's more of a quiet, When you're filming, you definitely no music, no nothing on set.
Hello, Daniela. How are you? Glad you're here. We are talking to actress model Alexis Baca. And Hobbs wants to know if you liked Hereditary. Did you see that movie?
I was sure. Oh no, I haven't.
So there you go. We'll save you the pain of that and tell you
Oh,
to
okay. So pass on it.
we'll just tell you to pass on that. I mean, there's better horror movies out there.
Oh,
Let's see. See, Hobbs says, yep, the professor agrees with you. He says the 80s was the best decade ever.
yeah,
Uh,
it
yeah,
really was.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Did you get to watch the Hocus Pocus sequel?
Yes, I did.
Oh, okay. How was that?
Yeah, good. Yeah, I like
Okay.
it. I love all. Yeah, I love it. I like
N-
how they did a second, to bring it back.
Is it true what they say? Have you worked with any children in any of your films?
I have worked with children. Yeah, I
How is that
have.
like? What is that like working with kids? I mean,
Um, what's funny is I always say kids are so good at memorizing. Like when you're working with kids on set, kids know their lines, they know my lines, they know like children know like everybody's lines. I like working with kids. It's great. It's funny, because you'll be on set and you'll be like, oh my God, what was that line? And the kid will be like, it's this.
yeah,
It's funny. Kids are great at like, and kids are so natural and and so when they're acting, it comes out,
yeah.
when you're seeing kids. Yeah.
It
So
is
kids are
true.
awesome.
When they act out, it doesn't really feel like they're acting. Um,
Exactly. It's just so
Sometimes it feels,
natural.
yeah, it's just an extension of them. Um,
Yes.
now, when did you start getting into modeling? Was this like this? Was that before your
Oh,
acting or on
yeah.
side by side?
Yeah, I've always modeled. I modeled when I was a little girl. I modeled in Colorado. Yeah, no, I've always just modeled. I like modeling. It's a lot of fun, just being able to take pictures. And I have a lot of friends out here who are photographers. So I love being able to, go help out them. They want to practice poses or, take pictures. So being able to model for them is a lot of fun. Um, but to me, modeling and acting go hand in hand. You know. Definitely being able to model helps you act, and acting helps model. So
Yeah, I was gonna say,
yeah,
I mean, because the modeling teaches, is that teach you discipline
yeah,
or
yeah,
okay?
and self confidence. A lot of it's definitely a confidence booster.
Um,
And being able to, it just helps you like as a woman. A lot of girls have or like have confidence or any issue or that be. And I think modeling is a great way to be able to break out of that shell. If any woman has a chance to, model and, try be able to show her inner beauty, I think it's a great thing. Definitely.
let's see. The professor wants to know. Rick
Yeah.
wants to know. Rick wants to know what your favorite food is.
My favorite food. Let me think. What are my favorite? You know what? I love hibachi.
Oh, okay. All right.
Hibachi. Oh my, I love going to hibachi restaurants. I love steak.
Man,
I'm a filet girl.
I was just talking to somebody. I was talking to a friend, and she said her and her husband they went and had steak, and she's like, honestly, I can't remember the last time I had steak because it's so expensive now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but I love a good
yeah.
steak.
Um, what's your favorite restaurant?
My favorite restaurant. I gotta think.
Are you a
Well,
chef?
there
Do you like to cook yourself, Alexis?
sometimes, not really. Not, I like it when people cook for me, but I'm okay. I like cooking if there's like people to cook for, but
Uh-huh.
I don't just, yeah. I'm trying to think of a restaurant. There's a really good hibachi restaurant by my house that I love to go to. It's called Kumo, and that's really good. Um, I'm trying to think. Yeah, that's it. I love hibachi, so I love going to those. Where they cook in front of you. It's a lot of fun.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Let's see. Favorite. Okay. And the professor wants to know what your favorite all-time movie is.
Movie. So I'm a big Elvis fan, and the new
Um,
Elvis movie that just came out with Austin Butler, that was so good. I thought that was like an amazing movie. I loved it. But again, I'm also a big Star Wars fan, so Star Wars.
so, did you ever watch the Elvis movies from the '60s?
hmm Yep.
Okay. Yeah, those were so. God, whatever happened to the innocence of those days, right?
Right?
Yeah,
Exactly.
whatever happened to that? So as far as modeling goes,
Yeah.
I mean, where have you modeled that besides Colorado? Have you gone overseas? It seems like most models we talk to have done overseas work.
I haven't. No, not yet.
Are you
Yeah.
now? It seems to me like there's more and more digital modeling and less print modeling. Is that safe to say?
Yeah. 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 I would say so.
Um, because I was at the library yesterday, and they they condensed their magazine racks. They had like 2 rows of magazines, and then we went in there yesterday, and all of a sudden now all the magazines are on one. And I'm going like,
Ah,
are you guys getting new magazines? To go, no, we're not. They're shrinking. The magazines, they're not as plentiful as they
sad.
were. It is sad.
Yeah, it's sad.
Uh, uh,
It's like newspapers, you know?
Uh, hibachi is when you basically you choose the ingredients that you want to cook,
Oh,
and
they
then
asked what hibachi is.
yes, and they
Uh,
cook them in front of you.
they cut in front of you. You get
Um,
rice, fried rice, noodles. I mean, you can cook steak, chicken, shrimp, pretty much
yes,
anything
it's
in
so
front of you.
good.
And then they always have the grilled veggies.
The grilled veggies, and they give you little
And
wraps
they
to
give you the little soup and the salad at
yeah,
the beginning
and
of
the,
it.
and
Oh,
the tortillas to put them in. Some places give tortillas. It's really good. Uh, Japanese
hibachi's
grill.
fun. Yeah, Japanese grill, hibachi.
Yeah.
Yep.
Professing
Same.
flopping foods with
Yeah.
knives. Yes, like
Yep.
Benihana.
Yes, Benihana. That's a good one too. They had those in Colorado.
Let's see. Uh, we have a place like that called Mongolian Barbecue. It's a
Yeah.
chain. Yeah, it's a chain, but they actually do a pretty good job.
Yeah.
But boy, it got expensive after the pandemic. That's for sure. It
Mine
used to be,
too. The
yes,
place over here is so expensive.
yes. It was like it used to be you could go in there and you can get two trips up there for
Yep.
12.99. Now you go up there, now it's one trip for 16.99. It's like, damn.
Yeah, they get expensive.
Yeah. Uh,
Definitely.
so as far as that goes, how do you prepare for roles? Do you have a process for you yourself? Do you take long walks? Do you have a reading partner who
No,
feeds you lines?
for me, it's just reading my lines over and over and over again. Really diving into my character and seeing, how would she be, But that's how what helps me is just reading them over and over and over again,
You ever
and then they
ever
just
have a hard
click.
time? Ever have a hard time letting go of a character?
Um, yeah, I think some characters are really fun to play, and it's sad when you stop filming. It's like, oh, I want to play her more, you know. Um, but not letting go. I think it's just sad. I mean, I love filming, so when it's like that last day on set, or it's over, it's sad.
It does. I've sensed that. It's like
Hmm.
when they say a wrap, that's a wrap for Alexis
That's a
Baca.
wrap.
You know,
It's
um,
sad, you
yeah.
know. Yeah, it's sad. It's like, oh, because you're just getting to know these people, and when you're on sets, they become family, you know.
Now, is there any roles? Is there any roles or conditions for these roles that you will say no at, like like extreme gore or nudity or
Yeah, he's
language?
nudity.
That's the big one.
Nudity is, yeah, yeah, that's one
Back
for
in the
me.
'80s, the horror movies, that was the staple. You
Yeah,
gotta, yeah, not anymore. Now it's just all about gore.
gore, lots and lots of gore.
Let's see. The professor says, I really respect the memory of actors to learn their scripts. I can barely remember where I leave my keys. No kidding. I'm with you about that, Professor.
I forget where I leave my keys too. It's okay.
I think she's making us feel better about ourselves.
No, I
Um,
do. I do. I have to like leave them in like one spot so I know where they are each time.
um, Now, what do you do for fun? I mean, when you're not shooting movies and or reading scripts or whatever, I mean, do you have a bunch of friends? I mean, or is that just
Yeah,
or do you slide over from acting and just slide over to modeling? I mean, is that just because you're constantly going?
I
So
am. I
what
feel
do you
like I
what do you
film a
do?
lot on the weekends. So, I mean, I'm constantly going.
That's gonna
Um,
be hard too, though, isn't it?
yeah,
You
yeah, I
work
think
you
you
work
get
you
tired.
work 6 to 2, and then you work your day job
Film.
and whatnot, and then all of a sudden then you it's easier to be on set all the time than it is to be like sort of like part time. It's like, okay, that's gonna be really hard because
Yeah.
you gotta get to that emotional set that you were last week, and it's just like,
Or the drive. To me, it's the driving, because I mean, I'm always driving. I'm always in my car, you know.
do you drive with other cast members? Like, do you guys carpool up there?
No,
To
usually
location?
not, because usually you're on different days and everyone lives, in different. Sometimes I have driven to set with some friends, if we just happen to be, and they live here and it was like a 2 hour drive. So we'll carpool together, to save on gas. Um, so I have done that before, but usually no, it's just me.
Um, let's see.
What's the question?
We're asking the good questions. Do you have pets?
I do. I
You got a
have
cat?
a cute little dog, Bella.
Oh,
She's a little teacup chihuahua. I do. She's not in here though. She's out. She can be
uh,
loud sometimes, so
oh, right, yeah, Chihuahuas. I was thinking when you
a
said a
chihuahua.
cute little, I'm
No, she
going.
doesn't bark. She doesn't bark. She's just old.
Oh, right,
She's
right.
old. She's 12, so but I
Oh,
do. She's so cute. She's such a good girl. Yeah, I
um,
love her so much.
did you get her as a puppy?
I did. I've
Oh,
had her for 12 years.
so
I
she's
got
been there.
her in Texas on a girls' trip.
Oh,
I
wow.
left and I came back with the dog.
So you were on a girls trip to Texas from Florida to Texas, and then
No,
you
from
come
Colorado. That's when I
oh from
lived in Colorado.
Colorado. Wow.
Hmm.
Okay. So did you rescue her, or did you like find
I
her on the road, or
no, I so we went to like they have these little like flea markets in
right?
Texas. So we went to this flea market and they had this little basket full of tiny little teacup chihuahuas. And I was like, oh my God. So I bought one.
Oh,
uh, yeah, I should have bought two. But
let's see. Let's see now. I feel like almost these questions are almost like these are fun questions tonight.
yeah,
Um, yeah. Does Alexis like or play
What?
any video games?
I don't.
You
I
should
don't have
you
time.
should have blown their mind. You should have blown their mind and said, "Yeah,
Yes.
I love playing Madden."
I know. I know. No. No video games.
Yeah. Do you like to read though?
Sorry. I do when I have time. I actually, my friend just sent me a book in the mail because she wants to read it with me. She wants to read it at the same time. So she's reading
It's
another book now, and then when it's done, we're gonna read this book together.
gonna be a
So
sort of like a book club, right?
yeah. She lives in North Carolina. One of
Okay.
my best friends. So
What does she send you?
yeah. I I don't know. You want me to? I can go see it. See what it's
Yeah, yeah, go see
I
it. Let's see
don't,
it.
okay, let me see. I'll be right back. Hold on.
I bet you it's Prince Harry's book. What do you think?
No, let me see.
She heard me. She heard
I
me.
did. Let me see.
I was sitting there, well, yeah, it's gonna be Harry's book, you know. It's like,
No, it's this one. The Silent. Oh, she gave me a card in there. The Silent Patient.
wow. Oh, a medical book. Okay, medical. Is that a mystery
I know
or?
it says it's in New York. It's number one selling now. So I know she said she saw it on I think Amazon and she bought two and was like she really wanted to read it. So I
I
said,
guess
yeah,
so. Do you guys do that a lot? You guys read the books together like that and talk about it?
yeah, yes, we have.
That's
hmm
good.
Yeah,
That's
yeah, she
cool.
loves it. So yeah, so we'll see. I'll start it and then we'll see how it. Yeah.
Uh, uh, so what is it like for some of these movies that you do? You know, I started asking some of these questions a little bit more harder as questions, but because I would like to know. But what's it like when you get trapped in a movie? Like you know that the movie's not going to be any good. You mean you just know it? Like the
When you know,
script's not there, you know, the script's not there, or maybe maybe the budget's not there, and they're scrimping. You know, instead of getting that blood on you, they break out a bottle of ketchup
and
and
then just like squirt it.
right, right, right.
No,
Uh,
I think everyone has to start somewhere. Everyone like, or you do movies for your friends, and everyone has to start somewhere. You
yeah, do
know,
you get a lot? Do you get a
it's
lot of? Do you get that a lot? Can you do me a favor, Alexis? You know,
can
do you
you?
get a?
No, not. I mean, I do a lot of movies with friends, but I do it because I love it. I love acting, so I'll always do it. For my friends, but I haven't really. I'm trying to think of a movie I've been in that I think I haven't been in a movie that I'm like, what, this is not going to be good. I everything I've been in and done, I've really enjoyed and I really liked. So I haven't done anything yet that I feel like, this is not good.
Uh, well, you like those questions? Well, you gotta ask
What are
them.
they asking? Let's see.
You have to ask them. Yeah, you have to you have to ask. Let's see. She reads. She's an actress, model, and dog
I'm
lover.
a dog
She's
lover.
amazing. Are you
I
single?
could go get you. Want me to go find my dog? I can go find her. She's
Are
fine.
you
Okay.
single? Because
Yes.
I know it's coming. I know it's coming.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. And she's single too, Professor. There you go. There you go. Hobbs has mentioned says your room looks flawless. She must be
Oh no, it's a disaster.
she must be well organized. His room is a disaster. Uh
I love I am organized. I
yeah.
love like organizing and like just like my work, like everything's organized. But you haven't seen this side of the room yet. We're not gonna go on that side. I
So
like
in other
the
words, you're acting like the room is clean.
right. It looks
Yeah.
good from here.
Yeah. And the Oscar goes to
You haven't seen
no.
that side yet.
You know what though? I think it's just basically because a lot of people are working from home. It's more relaxing. And so you can relax. You don't have to worry about people coming over or anything else like that. So it's lived in. People live in their houses. So that's what.
I love working at home. I love it.
Yes. Looks like there's some demand for the puppy.
Oh, you want to see the puppy? Okay. I have to go find her. So give me 1 second. Let me see. Where's Bella?
Let's see. Chihuahuas are amazing.
All right, here she is.
Oh my gosh, she is tiny.
She is. She's
What's
so
her name?
cute. Hi, this is Bella.
Bella.
Bella, yeah. She's such a good girl. She's just old. She's 12, so yeah,
Oh,
she's a good girl. Hi, Mama.
yeah.
Yeah, she's just old and tired, but she's
Yeah.
good. She's so cute.
Now, yeah. When you got her, were you hypersensitive? Like when you started noticing like she couldn't make certain jumps anymore, and stuff like that. I'm like that with my animal. Like I
Yeah,
remember
she
my
can't. I think she's getting blind. She can't see very well
um
at night. Yeah, she's getting blind, so she can't see, and she can't smell. I think her sniffer is going away too.
oh boy,
Yeah, I know it's sad, but they say Chihuahuas can live up to like 20 years,
right.
like 18 to 20 years. That's what they say. So, but we'll see. I hope.
Yeah,
I hope so.
you won't be able to move anything around your house if she goes blind.
I know. But yeah, no, she's a really good girl. She's
She,
just getting old, but
does she
she
bark? Does
doesn't.
she bark anymore?
Mm-mm, no,
Wow.
yeah, no, that's why she's really good. Like she doesn't bark, she doesn't do anything. She's just old. She coughs, but they say when Chihuahuas get older, um, what do they say? She has like a collapsing trachea,
Oh,
or like so when she gets so she does this like hacking cough that she does. So that's why I say she's loud, but she doesn't bark. I mean, she's really good. She just has like this like hacking like she's trying to get something up, but yeah, but that's Bella.
mm,
She's
yeah.
good. Yeah. So
She's Bella is very cute.
she is cute.
Yes. Hi, Slasher Fred. Welcome, welcome. It's a baby Rocky. That's right. Hobbs has got a Chihuahua too. I forgot. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Oh, do they look alike?
His
Is it
dog looks
black
like
too?
his dog looks twice as old as yours is, but
Really?
yeah, but super peppy, super peppy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, I love it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Rocky's the champ.
Oh, I love Chihuahuas.
Uh, but she still got her barker. Um,
Yeah.
Now, what's the one movie where you have you ever been on a set where have you ever been on an unsafe set or that's made you
Mm.
uncomfortable?
Um,
And how do you deal with that?
Uncomfortable. Like, what do you mean? In what way?
Like with the props or the location.
No,
Like
sometimes you can get a little, like a little weary. I've done a couple movies, where it was like at a strip club, not in the best areas. But
yeah,
I mean, so I mean, that, but when you get there, I mean, it's very, everyone's professional. It's very, safe and secure. And um, I've never felt unsafe though on a set, I would say. I've always, when I pick these roles or when I pick films, I like to, I make sure that, oh, do you hear?
yeah. I hear
That's,
yeah coffee.
see,
Yeah.
that's that's what she does. So sorry. Um, no, but I like to pick roles where like that I know it's gonna be okay. This is a safe set. Everyone's gonna be.
Now, I mean, you mentioned something earlier a couple of times earlier in our interview, and I want to touch base
Yeah,
with you about that. Um, you mentioned how you got parts through friends. Um,
yeah,
is that
yeah. It's
really
nice.
how is that how it works in Florida? Have you found that to be the case that most of the roles
No,
you get are through friends and
no. You
directors?
always you don't. No, I a lot of roles you apply for. You have to apply and you have to audition. So the thing now is self tapes. That's a big, that's a big thing is self tapes. But I've gotten. I'm trying to think. Every role that I've gotten, I've always done a self tape, or I've always, had to audition. But sometimes certain roles, a friend, if they're directing, they'll be like, "Oh, I think you'd play this part very well." or I think you would do such a good job at this role. Um, but other than that, I mean, roles, or I've been in many movies where my friends got casted too, so that's been nice. It's
Right.
being able to work with your friends who get casted too. Um,
I'm thinking of your
so,
love for Star Wars. I'm thinking about
yeah, I
your love
love
for
Star
Star.
Wars.
Now, here's a question for you. We mentioned that like Florida has a lot of conventions every year. Have you ever
Oh,
cosplayed?
yeah. So I have done a photo shoot where I was Wonder Woman,
Oh,
and I
nice.
thought, and that it turned out really, really well, that photo shoot. But I've never gone and done it at a convention.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say
Yeah,
you should do your love for Star Wars and
I
cosplay a
should.
Star
I
Wars.
know.
Yes.
I should.
Yeah.
That
I
would be
think that
really
would be.
fun.
I think that would be. I think that would be a lot of fun.
I know.
Let's see.
I
Okay,
love this
Professor,
chat.
safe trip. Safe trip home, sir. Hi, Katie. How are you? Glad you're here. Glad you're here.
Hi,
See,
Global.
the dog is cute, but Alexis is cuter.
Oh,
Yeah.
thanks. I'm gonna let her
Uh,
out. She wants to go. Go on. There she goes.
she's so tiny.
She likes to go around the
Where,
house, so
where does she sleep at?
wherever she wants.
Oh, okay.
The house is
Okay.
hers. She has 3 beds all around the house.
Okay. I was just wondering, did she ever just jump on bed with you and sleep on the bed?
No, I have to put her on the bed. She,
Oh,
if I, yeah, no, she has her own little beds that she likes to sleep in. Like I'll show you. Like this is the one in my room. And see, it's just like her own little bed.
oh,
So she has three
yeah.
of those in this
You know,
house.
you
So
can
she,
tell a lot about a person based on how they treat their pet.
oh yeah, she's a
Yeah.
queen. I love her.
Uh, ever had to work with animals on a movie?
Yeah, I've been several movies with dogs. Yeah, they're fun.
Okay.
That's fun.
That,
I did
that,
one. I did one where the dog it was super trained. It was so
okay.
cool to see. Like the movements and the dog was like looking for the trainer. Because it knew, the cue, and it was very cool to see that on set.
What would the dog
And
have
it
to do?
knew.
Like bark on command?
No, like it had to like walk a certain way with the owner and then run the other. And it was cool to see because the dog would do it and then knew where the trainer was to go get the treat after. So
Right.
yeah, that was very cool. I worked with another dog, where we had to do the beach on the beach scene, and we had the dog there for the role. And it was cool. I mean, sometimes the dog gets treated the dog gets treated well, on these sets, like air conditioning, and sometimes they're like the dog, you can't touch
Did
him,
they
you can't,
they get their own trailer?
right? Yeah,
No.
their own little area, and like the dog's working, so
Right,
it's
right,
funny. They're
right.
like the dog's getting treated better than us.
That's so much fun.
Uh,
Yeah. Do you like watching yourself on screen? I mean, like
oh, sometimes I
have your
know.
parents seen you act on screen? I mean, now,
They've
not
seen
more so
little
now than
little
as
clips.
as a child.
Yeah, they've seen little clips, like little stuff of me. It's fun. A lot of the stuff that I've done yet hasn't come out yet, so I'm like
Right.
waiting for,
But
you
the
know.
movie where he got killed, the villainous movie came out, didn't it?
That one, not yet. Well, it's done. We had a premiere of it. I got nominated for Best Supporting Actress for that one.
Oh, good. Congratulations. Are
Thank
awards
you. Yeah.
important to you, Alexis?
Um, no, I think to me, I think just being nominated was an award for me. Like knowing that I'm doing something right. Or like
Sort of
knowing
validation
like,
for your work.
yeah, yeah. So I just getting nominated was just, I don't know, it was a great feeling. It was amazing.
Now, do you still take acting classes now? I mean,
I have definitely before. For acting classes get so expensive. so
Yeah.
expensive. But I've taken many acting classes before. I've taken a few free acting classes. I love improv. I do these dinner shows around where I live. Um, I do these wedding and murder mystery dinner shows,
Yes.
and
Yeah.
I love acting them because for me, that's kind of I mean for me that I'm still acting and doing what I love and I'm getting practice in, you
Yeah.
know. So I feel like I'm always just doing something that involves acting, whether it's taking a class or these improv murder mystery dinners or theaters, and I mean
I think
I love doing them.
I think that aspect of acting is slept on. I've seen some
Yeah,
really good actors do that. I mean, they put,
yeah,
there's a lot of them are play for some, for some laughs or whatnot. But there's just
mhm,
really good acting in those, because you're trying to fool the audience into, to play, like who did it,
who
you don't
did
want
it?
to be all silly about it. You want to kind of provide that air of mystery. I
Exactly.
think that is, and I mentioned this yesterday with our guest Kevin Caliber, who also had done a few fan films.
Oh yeah, those are
He
so
had played
fun.
a Superman a couple of times, the Eradicator or whatnot. And I told him, I said, how fan films are. I mean, they're getting so popular now. The studios have actually relaxed their rules. Before, yeah, I'm going to do Superman fan film. Oh no, you're not. It's like, no, you can't do that. But now that
Yeah,
they're able to do it, I see a lot of strong acting in those films. I think for some actors, I think it's safe to say that it elevates their effort because
yeah,
you know they're playing such iconic people. Um, do you like
yeah.
doing the fan? Do you like doing the
I
fan
do.
film?
I do. I did the Halloween one, where I
Right.
played Michael Myers' mother. I just did a Batman one where I was Summer Gleason. That was fun too.
Okay.
I don't know. I think I don't know. It's fun because usually everyone like on the fan film like they're fans of the real movie and they're fan, you know, so they want to be there and they want to bring it to life. So
Right.
I
Right.
like doing them. They're fun.
Uh, do you like? Okay, I'm gonna
What's
ask
the
this.
question?
I'm gonna ask this question first. Would
Oh,
Alexis ever sing or voice act a cartoon character?
no,
Um,
I would love to though. I haven't
like
yet. That would be fun though,
like Wonder Woman or whatnot.
right? That would be fun to do
Do you
voice.
sing?
I don't sing. No,
Wow.
sing in the shower, but you
Uh,
don't want to sing. I can dance. You just don't want to hear me sing.
so if she sings in the shower, we'll have to hope to get a bootleg.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
and then Hobbs is asking, do you like Mortal Kombat?
Combat, like the video
More
game,
it's a cheese.
or the
They made a
TV,
cheesy movie. They made some cheesy movies out of them too.
I remember playing Mortal Kombat with my brother.
Right, right.
The
It was a
video,
video
yeah, I
game
remember
first.
playing that.
It was a video game first, and then
Yeah,
they made a couple of fun films, and then remade it. And
I haven't seen the new one that they remade.
the new one's okay. I
I
like
haven't
personally,
seen
I
it.
like this. They made two in the 90s. I happen
Yeah,
to like the second one. The second one was a
do
lot
you?
of fun. Yeah, Mortal
I
Kombat
haven't seen it.
Annihilation. That was
Mm,
fun. Because the actor who played the good guy, he
see,
was
yeah.
playing against type. What type of actress are you? Do you see yourself? I mean, if people were come to cast you, what do you get cast in mostly as? The femme fatale.
What do they cast me or what do I want to be cast
No,
as?
no. When
Or
you
what?
when you get cast, what are the
Yeah.
roles that you get cast mostly in as the
You
best
know,
friend? The main lead's best friend. The
usually like it's funny. I've been getting a lot of like, the bartender or, roles such as that nature. But it's funny, I did a photo shoot where I wore my glasses because I wear contacts a lot, but I have glasses. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna take a photo shoot with my glasses. And that opened up for me a whole new world of roles. I started getting, lawyers,
Oh, right, right.
teacher, so that really helped me show that I can play more, than like the waitress or the bartender or, the friend, roles
You don't
like
want to,
that.
yeah,
Like I think, wearing those glasses helped, like, or getting the mom roles, I got to play mom, so I think photo shoots, and that's what I'm saying, modeling and acting go hand in hand. That those pictures really showed that I can, have a different look to me than than the typical look. So
right.
that really helped me.
Yeah, because I mean, typecasting is still a thing, isn't it?
Yes. Hmm.
Oh, gotta be,
When people got that look, and they're just like, oh my gosh, that's what I'm saying. Like they have, like, I have the role for you. You can't change, your look, but it helps, with like cutting your hair, glasses, certain, or blonde, brunette. I think doing things like that can definitely help you,
yeah.
get other roles that you're searching for.
To change the perspective. I mean, when
Yeah,
they're used to seeing you one way, and you come in and you come out there and do something the other
something
way.
different.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. 'Cause,
Exactly.
that's probably the actor's worst nightmare is to be typecast.
Yeah, yeah. But I had a talk with friends about this. It can be a good thing and it can be a bad thing, because the good thing is you always get booked on those roles. You're if you look like a villain, you're getting the villain roles. But then it's a bad thing because it's like, well, what if I want to play someone else? What if I want to try being, the good guy, or I want to be the teacher, or I want to be the nurse, you know? Um, it's a double, it's good and it can be bad at the same time.
What when you go for when you audition, when you look over the cast sheet, we're looking for this, we're looking for this, look for this. Do you
Yeah.
always go toward the role where you think that they'll be looking for you the least? Like if there's a doctor role versus a bartender role, do you always go for the doctor role?
No, I'll try to do both. And then usually, and sometimes they ask, which role, and you can say, either one, but or you prefer this one, but they want you to do audition for both, you can do self tapes for either one.
That's gonna be hard. I mean, you can go for the
Yeah,
guaranteed role, but it's a
yeah,
much less satisfactory role. It's not the one that's gonna make you happy.
that one you want to try.
Yeah, but at least you're going to get the job. Whereas the
Right.
one where you want to go after, and then you might be in competition, and you might not get it.
Get it.
That is a hard place to be put into as an actor,
Yeah. Or you just try. Say,
right?
can I try out for both? You know,
Um,
you got
let's
to
see.
give it your all.
See, now we're seeing. Let's see. Now we're seeing more Mortal Kombat. See, then I can picture her with glasses. I wonder
Oh my
which
God.
superhero she would play on screen if she could. Yeah, I can see her playing Wonder Woman though, right?
No, I should. I have pictures in my Wonder Woman outfit. I don't
I
have.
think.
I have them on my phone, but
Do you
yeah,
have pictures?
I do. I have pictures on my phone. I can't show them, but I have
Yeah, I
them.
think
They're
Hop
on
said.
my. If you look, they're on my Instagram and my
Uh,
Facebook. I have pictures of me and my Wonder Woman, so you can see them there.
I think yeah, because I think Hop said she had it on your movie database too.
Yes, my IMDb. I put them on there too. I did. Yeah, I believe
Oh
I
wow.
did. But they're
Yeah,
on
I
my.
see it. Yeah. Oh
Do you see
wow.
them? My Wonder
Yeah.
Woman. Yeah,
Yeah. Wow. Damn,
yeah.
you could be Gail Gadot's sister.
Right. I know.
Seriously,
We look so
wow.
much alike. Yeah,
Oh
that was
wow,
a fun photo
that is
shoot.
really yeah. So you got to cosplay
Yeah, yeah, I
for
do.
sure. Oh my gosh, yeah, that'd be perfect. Yeah.
That was a fun
Um.
photo shoot.
Yeah. What's your dream role?
To be in a Star Wars. That's definitely my dream
It
role.
is Star Wars is it right? So
Yeah, that's it.
that's
That
it.
I
You just
would
want to
feel
do.
so like, it used to be in a Hallmark. I'm a huge Hallmark girl. So to be in a Hallmark would be great, but
Me too.
you too? Yeah, I love it. I love my Hallmark. I love Christmas in July. I love all my
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Christmas movies. I will sit and
I'm
watch
actually
them.
I'm actually having a return visit from our from Crystal Lowell.
Yeah?
She's yes. Did have you seen Signed, Sealed, and Delivered?
Yes.
Yeah. So she plays Rita. So
I love
she's gonna yeah, me too. She's so sweet.
it.
Yeah, she's such a sweet person. Such a yeah, that's really neat.
Yeah.
Uh, but she made her she's getting into directing. So
Oh, nice.
she did one short film, really good short film, and now she's just wrapping up her second one called
Nice.
Afterglow, and she's ready to premiere. They're getting ready to go, be premiered and go to festivals and whatnot. So
Nice. That's
so
good. I
her and
love
her
film festivals.
yes.
Yeah,
Uh,
awesome.
yeah, that's all. Do you have any? Do you have any favorite actors that you've acted, scene partners? Is there any actors you really prefer? You really enjoyed working with, like some of the bigger
Um,
names?
no, I know, I love working with all of them. Um, I'm trying to think. I mean, well,
Who's the biggest name that you worked across a sort of scene with?
probably when I was a little girl, I was in scenes with, I mean, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Hulk Hogan, Dennis Quaid.
Uh,
Um, So I mean, those were the bigger names, when I was a little girl.
all
Um,
Dennis Quaid and Arnold for sure. I don't know about
mhm. Hulk Hogan.
Hulkamania. What
It was fun.
what you gonna
He
do?
did
What you gonna do if Hulkamania runs
yeah,
on you?
Hulkamania. That's right, the Hulkster.
Yeah, I think he lives down in Florida, doesn't he?
He does. He
Yeah.
does live in Florida. He does. He's up in Clearwater.
Uh,
Yeah.
there you go. See.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just took a look at that Hoff. That's yeah, she looks absolutely amazing. Who did
Oh,
you
you
make
looked
your
at
own?
my
Yeah, did you make your own costume for that?
No, so actually, I have a good friend who's a photographer, and he had that costume. And he messaged me and said, "Hey, I think you would be a great Wonder Woman. Would you come and let me do the photos?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." So I went and I put that costume on, and you
Oh,
can see the photos are just amazing. He did such
you
a
must,
good job.
you must have felt really powerful.
Oh my God, I did. I felt like putting that out and seeing the photos after, like he came and he had poses from, Gail that she did as Wonder Woman. And we copied, we did every single one of those poses, like how she did it. And oh, we did
Man,
so good.
it's
The pictures
amazing.
are amazing.
That's
Yeah, we did a
amazing.
good job.
Does anybody have any last questions for our guest?
Any
This
questions?
this has gone really fast, but it's been so much fun.
Yeah, it has.
I did
I'd
promise
love
you.
to come back whenever you want me to come back.
Oh, I definitely will. I definitely will.
We'll have to talk Star Wars
I
next
already
time.
know Hobbs is he's already whispering in my ear about having you on his show. And
Oh, I can do that.
yes, I think you should
Yeah.
maybe come back and hang out with his show. He has a show called The Midnight Hour, and
Okay.
yeah, I know that he would love to have you as a guest and have a chance
Yeah,
to ask you questions. So
definitely.
uh,
Definitely.
yep. Let's see. Does anybody have any questions before we let our guests go? Um, see, you can see Alexis as Supergirl too. Uh,
Oh,
I uh, I see
I
you.
wonder.
Now I'm just seeing you as Wonder Woman.
Wonder
That's
Woman.
just
Yeah.
yeah. That Wonder Woman is just yeah. Cause Kara is a blonde. She's straight
Okay.
blonde.
Yeah. She's
Yeah,
blonde.
and yeah, I could definitely see you playing a Wonder Woman. Wow.
Yeah.
Hopefully, have you ever been a convention guest?
I've been to conventions, but I haven't been like, I've been to conventions before.
Right.
Yeah.
No, you never been a guest though?
Mm-mm.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, you should fix that. You'd be a very popular guest.
That'd be
Def-
fun.
definitely.
I'll have to do it.
Uh, let's see. Ooh, wow. Yes. Yes, I can
What?
see that. I can see that. You could be Katana.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I can see
Yep.
that. Yeah, that would be badass. Yeah,
Definitely.
for sure. Let's see. I tell you what, they're all they're all casting you in different roles. Whatever you
Yay!
do, cast her as Star Wars, but do not cast her as a stormtrooper,
Star
please. Thank you very much.
Wars. A stormtrooper.
Yeah,
I'll take
yeah.
it.
No, no,
I need to talk. I need to
no,
talk
but
to your
we
friend.
won't be able to see you. You'd be all that
Right.
armor and stuff, you know,
That's but
and
I will
missing.
be
And
there. You'll know it's me because I'll be in the one like this in the background, all happy, and I'm wearing the outfit.
shoot me.
Okay, great.
You be the only star shoot. You would only be the only
Okay.
stormtrooper that would hit anything.
Oh my God, I would love it. Like, oh, I would love it. I need to talk to your friend who got on it.
Yes, Galen Howard. Yeah, I was like,
Yeah,
so cool.
that's
And
awesome.
he also appeared on an MCU. He also had a guest stint on Agents of Shield, and it's like,
Nice.
damn, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I was like, damn, that's pretty good.
that is
Uh,
awesome.
okay.
That's
We got some.
awesome.
Yes, Hobbs. That's what she did. She has done that. She's worked in the play on dinner theater for sure. Have you done any
Hmm.
live theater? Have you done any live theater?
I have. Yeah, I have.
Yeah. Yeah.
Definitely, yeah, I have.
Uh, see the now they have you as Melina from WWE. Oh,
Oh,
you guys are crazy. You guys are killing me over here. They have you doing everything. How about this? How about I can see her playing Sandal Bergman's role in Conan. Did you ever see
oh,
Conan, the
really?
first Conan?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
Sandal Bergman,
Yeah.
Arnold's love interest.
Arnold's, yeah.
Yeah, I can see you playing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was God. That was such a badass role. Um, do you handle have you are you do you handle ever had to handle prop weapons like blades, you know, like edge
Guns.
weapons or guns or stuff like that?
Hmm.
Are you
Yep.
comfortable
I have.
with doing
I
that?
have. Hmm. Yeah, I've had to have guns in my acting reel. I actually have me holding guns too. Yeah,
Uh, well, yeah.
guns, blades, all that.
When you played your villainous role, what's your weapon of choice as the villain?
Well, her, I didn't have to do anything for that role. I had for her, I had to tell other people what to do.
Oh,
That was that villain. But I played where I've had, I was holding guns. I had my knife. I had to fight. So I have some fight stuff. Yeah,
that's a lot. Now, how'd you like doing that?
that was fun.
That is fun.
It was definitely fun. Yeah.
Let's see. Does Alexis like Chucky or Michael Myers? I'm gonna probably say Michael Myers on this.
Yeah.
Just a guess.
Right. Yeah. I got casted in a Chucky fan film as well.
Did you? What role are you playing?
It hasn't been made yet though, so I can't say too much about it.
Oh,
But yeah,
yeah. If
but
it's not
I
in a
did.
database, yeah. I
Not
will be putting
yet.
all your information, all your social media stuff. I will
Oh,
be
that's
putting
great.
that
Thank you.
in the description box so you can
Okay.
share this with your fans and peers. Um, all right, boys and girls, our time is up. I want to thank you, Alexis, for coming out and hanging out
Thank
with us.
you. Thanks for
Uh,
all your wonderful questions, guys.
yes. I will make
That was
sure that
fun.
I'll make sure Hobbs gets your information so he can reach
Okay.
out to you and set up something. Um,
Yeah.
thank you guys in the chat for
Sounds good.
coming out. Tomorrow night we'll be back at 8 o'clock with Jake Jolly will be here with us. He made a very fun movie called Clay Zombies.
Ooh,
Uh,
that sounds fun.
it is fun. It's on Tubi. It's a hoot. It's
Oh,
absolutely a
nice.
hoot. It's a
I'll take
hoot.
a look.
Um, and I will be joined by a special co-host, Katie from Popping the Popcorn, and we'll be talking about all things clay zombies, and we'll see how Jake got Diane Franklin to come out and star in his movie. Um,
Nice.
yeah, Diane Franklin did one of the most amazing movies. It was called The Last American Virgin. Have you ever seen that movie?
I haven't, no.
It's supposed to be a comedy, right? It's a comedy,
Yeah.
but the last 5 minutes is so heavy. It's like
Yeah.
it is the most depressing ending of any comedy. It's just like,
Um,
yeah, I didn't see that coming. Um,
yeah.
yeah, but the movie's famous for that. That's
Yeah.
what it's famous for. It's famous for the end,
Oh,
for the end.
ending.
Um, all right, guys. Thanks again for coming out. We will see you tomorrow
Thank
night at
you.
8 o'clock. Stay right where you're at, Alexis. And to you guys out in the chat, we'll see you tomorrow, 8 o'clock. Peace.